Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to start our English lesson of grade 6 and this is week 7. Today's topic is a reading comprehension, Aximo's Awakening. This poem is written by Pamela C. Mordecai from Under the Moon and Over the Sea. This poem is about a little boy who is scared of watching huge sailing boats in the sea. He is used to get up early and see for his friends, but this time something amazing he sees from the top of the hills. Learning objectives are identify mood and meaning of the poem, trace the important figures of speech, especially simile and metaphor from the poem, differentiate between the element of fear and sadness. Here mood means it's the mood of the poem and it means after reading how does the poet want to read and to feel it. The mood of a poem might be sad, happy, serious, or full of suspense, relief, or fear. The second objective is to find out figurative language from the poem, especially simile and metaphor. It is a poetic device which is used by the poet to highlight the importance of the poem. In third objective, element of sadness is highlighted by the poet to encourage the extreme feelings of the reader. Mind mapping is an idea which is revolved around the subject. It is a thinking tool that helps structuring information, helping you to better analyze, comprehend, recall, and generate new ideas. Important steps are given how to do mind mapping. The first one is time yourself. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Number 2, circle and repeat. Once you get your initial thoughts down, look it over the poem. Number 3, play with words. Take one of those circled or highlighted areas and think about it figuratively. Otherwise, that's going to look weird. Lastly, brainstorm the emotion of the poet. This is an introduction of the poem. This poem is written by the Jamaican author Pamela C. Mordecai. The poet tells about the first sight of Spanish vessels. Here vessels mean ships or boats by Aximo and indigenous child. Indigenous mean someone who is native to an area or who naturally belongs there. This poem expresses the feelings of a child who has seen great ships from time. With his great amazement, the element of fear is highlighted in the poem. The boy's life experience is shared through this poem. This poem is about a child whose name is Eximo, who has never seen anything bigger than a ship. The poet expresses child's feeling. Ship is described as great canoe. Eximo's life experience is shared by the poet in the poem. Brainstorming. Brainstorming means to think about the topic and try to come up with ideas. This technique is very important before writing. Important elements are highlighted. Important and special vocabulary is written down in a piece of paper for final writing. In this technique, unwanted information or ideas are added and important information is added. For scanning important words or picked from the poem to understand the meaning and mood of the poem. Here few very important words are highlighted such as tickled, hammock, strange, frightening and terrible. So tickled mean touch, like the sun touches his face. Hammock mean it's a swinging bed. Then strange, frightening and terrible. These are fearful and scary feelings of the poet. Figures of speech, you know that it's the most important device that is mostly used and usually used by the poet in the poetry. Okay, simile and metaphor are figures of speech highlighted by the poet. Simile means to compare two different things, and metaphor is a word or a phrase that describe feelings as it was another thing as well. Here are a few examples of simile and metaphor that are taken from the text and from the poem. I felt like a splash, great canoes, strange frightening thing. Viewers and dear students, here is a view of Spanish ship with sails, which is named as Great Canoe, with houses and clouds is described in this poem. Like houses and clouds are the imaginary things that are just comes in the poet's mind, and he's scared of these houses and clouds. Actually, these clouds are the sails of this boat. This is your assignment. It is based on two questions. First one is about question answer and second one is about figurative language. I hope after listening the whole lesson and with the help of poem reading, you will be able to attempt assignment easily. I'm going to read all questions for your convenience. Question number one, why does Aximo dash towards the path from the top of the hill? Question number two, the ships are described as great canoes with houses. Is this a metaphor or simile? What is the mood of the last three stanzas? What do you think best about this poem? It is another question. In this question, you will find out examples of figurative language after reading this poem, such as metaphor and simile. Dear students, here is a recap of this whole poem. Okay, after reading and after discussion, we come to know, and we are at this point that we have to recall or recap all the words. Okay, so we can easily attempt the written task. Okay, I have shared few important points which I've already discussed, but I want to just make them the part of this recap. Okay, first one is Eximo's Awakening. This is a poem, and it's the title of this poem. It's a beautiful poem which shares the feelings and life experiences of the poet. Second one, it highlights the importance of figurative language. Third one is simile and metaphor. These are two poetic devices that are used by the poet in this poem. Um, Second last is the mood of the poem is sad and scary. Okay, the last one, this poem expresses the usual daily routine of the poet. Allah Hafiz, and thank you so much, students.